Welcome to part 3 of our choice tree tutorial video. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to clean up a bunch of our events in our project here. We're going to move our reset button down to the bottom because it's done and it feels like a better spot for it. We're going to create a new event group which will help us organize our events into more logical places. So we're going to create a reset to initial state event group. We're going to drag that above the reset button. Now we have a nice little spot that shows where the reset button is. We're going to create another group name here for our player choice buttons. We're going to call that make choices. And we're going to do the same thing here where we drag it up over to the top. So now we have two nice, neat sections. I'm going to save our project there. We're going to come in here into the project manager. You're going to notice that you're called untitled scene, which isn't very good. So we're just going to call that main. Hit enter. It closes the scene, but if you double click on it, it reopens it. And now notice that it's named main, which is just a little bit cleaner and looks a little more professional. It's nice to have your projects named a little bit nicer. So now, one of the problems we had before was that we were able to continue clicking on the buttons every time and switching between the different conditions. So again, we are going to make a new condition where we're going to check to see if our current choice is equal to start. So now you can only do that event if the current choice is start. And we're going to do that for all three of these. And you can notice you can hover over and paste conditions. So we click that, and now we will not be able to do those unless the variable current choice is equal to start. So we save it, and then we're going to preview that and test it out. So now when you click on there, it does not switch over to the other button actions because the current choice is set to town. Now the current choice is set to run, and the current choice set to start. It will work. So that fixes one of the big bugs we had before, which is nice, but let's jump in a little deeper and add a second layer into our first player choice. So the first thing we're going to do is copy and paste that player choice 1 is clicked option, but we're going to do it and change now the current choice variable to be equal to town. So now once we are in the town, we will change all of these buttons and everything to a new state. So the first thing we will do is change when you click on go to the inn. The story text will now say you made it to the inn. For this second depth of state, we're not going to change all of the button text. We're actually going to hide the buttons. So we're going to delete all of the changing of the button text. We will set our current choice to be the inn. We'll keep the location text setting to the current choice. But now we're going to change player choice 1 to hide. And we're going to do that 3 times. We can either simply come in here and recreate those. You could copy and paste them. In this case, they're fairly simple, so it's easy to come in and just create them all from scratch. But now we have our new player choice 1 is clicked event. We're going to create new events similar to those for player choice 2 and 3. We'll keep them for the town. But now when we click player choice 2, which is visit the castle, we'll say that you have made it to the castle. We can change current choice instead of inn. We'll change that over to castle. We can leave all this rest the same. Now we'll add in the final event for the player choice 3. We'll reorganize these again. Sometimes when they copy paste them, it pops in above. So now, player choice 3, you made it to ye old shop. Can't forget to change our current choice variable. And you'll see there we now have a second layer of choices that we can go down. We'll save it and run the preview. Go to town, and now when we click one of those, it will tell us where we've gone. You can see in the location text, the buttons go away, the reset works to show them again. When you run away, none of the buttons work. But from here, we can click visit the inn, visit the shop, and it'll allow us to reset our choices and go through. Well, thank you guys for checking out this tutorial. Hopefully you learned something and you can take this and expand on it. We have a further tutorial that merges our choice tree with a random number generator. If you wish to watch that, please give it a chance. Thanks again.